Well, Glenn Hodges, how good is it to have the squad back out there in the heart of Wimbledon preparing this morning?
Yeah, great. We just thought we'd have a change of venue and an environment. I mean, they put two big stints in on Saturday and Tuesday night, so it was get them off their feet and have a relax. They were working, obviously. It still there's a theme to it and there's a reason behind it, but it was something different and they quite enjoyed them spa days.
How important is it, as well as you say, from the mental perspective, to get them away, different change of environment from here?
Yeah, it was more. It's more question of recovery. It's a recovery strategy. It's more a question of how, what's the best thing to do to prepare for Thursday. Now we've done it's well documented. We've done a lot of work leading up to this block, so we know roughly what we're going to do. We know how we're going to place. It was just making sure that they're fully recovered and just put out the big numbers again as they did the last two games.
What's it like for you back here at the training ground, for you and the coaching stuff? Are you able to concentrate on a few other things ahead of
Yeah, we've been looking. Yeah, obviously, last couple of days we've been going back over the game and clipping it and putting it on huddle for the boys to see. We're looking at obviously the Rotherham stuff, and we've done that all day this morning, and we'll deliver that to the boys tomorrow, and then it's get the Rotherham game, and then it's a quick turnaround for Oxford. So when the games come thick and fast, there's not much spare time, so you're working flat out.
From the analysis of the Ipswich game, you must be very pleased with a lot of the defensive work we did.
Yeah, we've got a defensive group now. We have meetings with the defensive side of it, and and again, we get comments. It's open for them, and we clip them. And some of the clips, were terrific the other night.
From the Rotherham game, of course, coming up this Saturday, you expecting, as Joe Day said, for them to be a little bit more direct, like Ipswich were?
I think exactly the same. I just remember the first game, and I couldn't believe they were imposing, sort of, really trying to impose themselves on us on their style of play, how they wanted to play, and you have to stand up and be counted. It's similar to Ipswich. I know the wind didn't help us the other night, but we did that, and again I can't see much difference really. It's just but perhaps we're looking at what we can do better. Can we cause more problems than we did the other night? I think we got locked in a few times, and there's just different strategies and different plays that we're gonna try and bring to get them to get out and cause a problem and go for it.
Yeah, as Joe Day said as well in his after-match interview as well, that's what you want to do. You want to take your time to sort of where you can impose yourself in the game, isn't it?
Yeah, certain times. I mean, you're playing. They're playing another team that's been relegated from the Championship last year, along with Ipswich. So we know exactly where we sit in the grand scheme of things. It's the haves and the have-nots, and we know what we've got to deal with. So there's lots of things that will be thrown at us. But we've got to make the best of what we got. So we just got to pick the opportunities and more importantly, recognise the opportunities. I think we had them the other night, but we didn't recognise them. So it's recognising again with clipping and stuff, recognising opportunities when we could have caused them a problem, but we didn't. So I mentioned about being brave on the ball, and we did show courage at times, and I think it's going to be exactly that again on Saturday.
Team news, I suppose. It was good to have Anthony Wordsworth out with the group in Wimbledon today, but probably not involved this week.
Yeah, no, he won't be. He's had a scan and he won't be ready for a bit. But we feared the worst really, but it's not as bad as first thought. So sooner rather than later he'll be back.
So apart from perhaps Will Nightingale, Osama Ashley, Finn McNabb, is that about it? Everybody else?
Yeah, Paul Cannon-Bay as well. No, Paul Cannon-Bay, he's outside, but again, it's just he's not really been signed off, so it's non-contact sort of thing. But with the weather being as it was today, we've not found a bit of grass, and he can't really go on the 3G as yet with the injury he had. So we've got to be a bit cute how we deal with Paul. But he's still working away, so it won't be, hopefully not too long before he's back.
On the subject of the weather, it's been a little bit sort of documented in terms of the storm. You've got to keep an eye on that as well.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I've never known, and not just this week or next week. It just seems to be the whole of the winter has been rain. I think we might be in for a bit of snow up north this weekend, but it's been inventive, saving pitches. What can we do? We do gym sessions. We've got some good 3G we train on, but not all group can do that. So it's just making the best of what we got, and that's what we do best.
And just going back to the start of the interview, as you said, going back into the heart of Wimbledon. That's important in forging those links in terms of being back in the community there, isn't it? Yeah, well, I think this season, with the way the ground is and with us on the horizon and the Plough Lane bond, the crowdfunding, I think I quite honestly not sure this is probably the closest it's ever been. It seems a real togetherness. We keep looking at that total going through the roof on the Plough Lane bond, and it's fantastic. So the players being in there, I don't know if they put a few leaflets out. Should have given them some in their boot bag. But it seems that it's tremendous at the moment that we're all fighting for one cause, and it's brilliant.